There are a ton of Pokemon games, 37 mainline ones to be exact. That's a whole lot of Pokemon. So if someone wanted to jump into the games now, where should they start? I thought, what would be the best Pokemon play out there? How can you experience what the Pokemon franchise offers? Without further ado, here's the absolute best way to dive into Pokemon. If you are starting today, should you kick off with very first games or the latest ones? You can make a case for both, but I think the best starting point is Fire Red and Leaf Green. First off, they are Kanto games. There's no place to start than the first generation. The iconic characters, the best rival, the music, location, and of course, the first 151 Pokemon. Now I can already hear you saying, if starting at the beginning is so important, why not just start with Pokemon Red and Blue? Why skip Generation 1 and 2 and even Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and start with Generation 3? First things first, Let's Go games are pretty trash, so don't even bother. Fire Red and Leaf Green are the most faithful remakes in the franchise, giving you an authentic Generation 1 experience while fixing bugs and updating the game's graphics to mirror the original. We skipped Generation 1 and 2 because Generation 3 is when Pokemon really hit its stride, introducing features like the ability to run, and an improved PC box interface. These changes made a huge difference and became the foundation for every Pokemon game that followed. Generation 1 has some outdated mechanics like missing Pokéballs and a clunky storage system, which feel pretty foreign compared to the rest of the series. There's a reason these mechanics were dropped after one generation. Overall, Fire Red and Leaf Green are the perfect starting point for our optimal player order. Now we move on to Emerald and the Hoenn region. You might wonder why we skip the Johto games after Kanto. It's because Heart Gold and Soul Silver have improved graphics, and if you play Emerald after them, the graphics will feel outdated. Although you can play Heart Gold before Emerald if you prefer. A whole new region with new Pokemon and challenges. I like Emerald here in the second slot because it will feel familiar to those who just played Fire Red and Leaf Green, while offering a completely new experience. Generation 3 in my opinion has the best selection of new Pokemon, so don't be surprised if you come out with a new favorite. Hoenn is also one of the most charming regions with its amazing soundtracks, visuals, characters and areas to explore. If Kanto didn't hook you, Hoenn surely will. And because we are playing Emerald, you can even take on the Battle Frontier for an extra challenge and countless hours of content. Overall, Emerald is one of the most enjoyable Pokemon experiences. Next up, the best games in the franchise, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. These Generation 4 remakes of Gold and Silver are jam-packed with new and returning features, from following Pokemon to the Battle Frontier. They present the Johto region with all the enhancements from Generation 3 and Generation 4, polishing the clunkiness of the originals. Plus, they offer 2 regions to conquer. After beating the champion, you gain access to a juiced-up version of Kanto with another 8 gym leaders and the true final boss, Red. The next game in our playthrough is Pokemon Platinum. We will be visiting a fan-favorite region which is known as Sinnoh. Generation 4 has iconic music, locations and Pokemon, but above all, it's known for Cynthia. Cynthia is by far one of the most iconic champions because she is damn difficult to deal with. Every Pokemon fan remembers their first battle against her Garchomp, making that sweet victory even sweeter when you finally beat her. Next up on our list is Pokemon Black and White. It offers you a fresh experience with only brand new Pokemon during a first playthrough, and you can't use old Pokemon until you beat the Elite Four. Unova boasts one of the best story in the series with a strong focus on plot and character development, especially with the antagonist M. This region is super detailed and vibrant, inspired by New York City. Playing Black and White guarantees a fresh take on the Pokemon formula while keeping the core mechanics intact. Following that, Black 2 or White 2 is a fantastic sequel that continues Generation 5 story. Set 2 years after Black and White, these games expand on Unova with new locations, Pokemons and characters. They are often praised as some of the best in the series due to their balance of challenge, content and storytelling. By the end of this generation, you will have experienced a full complete arc within the Pokemon world, making Unova one of the most unique regions.
Next is Pokemon X and Y. These games mark a major leap as Pokemon transitions into 3D. The Kalos region introduces Mega Evolution, a fan favorite mechanic, and allows you to customize your trainer's outfit. The visuals are a clear upgrade and the experience is streamlined enough for new players while still being enjoyable for veteran players. While X and Y are considered very easy games, they are a great transition into modern Pokemon games, showcasing how the series has evolved. Now, we reach Pokemon Sun and Moon, or their enhanced versions Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. The Alola region shakes up the formula by removing gyms in favor of island challenges and totem Pokemon. This change offers a fresh take while keeping core gameplay mechanics. Alola is one of the most visually striking regions with its tropical theme and a focus on storytelling and culture. These games also introduce regional variants, giving a fun twist to familiar Pokemon and Z moves, adding a layer of strategy to battles. By the time you finish this generation, you will have a well-rounded understanding of how Pokemon has evolved over 2 decades. Next, you gotta play Pokemon Sword and Shield. Finally, we are coming to Switch Pokemon games. Once again, you will have a new region and new Pokemons to catch. Now you can finally experience Dynamax and Gigantamax and use Gigantamax Charizard. How cool is that? As it is on Switch, you will get the best graphics of all of Pokemon. These games have expansion pack called as Crown Tundra and Isle of Armor, which also have expanded storyline. After Sword and Shield, we reach Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. These games are set in Paldean regions with all new Pokemon. It is the most recent Pokemon game at the time of this video. The game was released in 2022. This game has mixed reviews mostly on how it feels and performs. This game isn't the best when it comes to stable frame rates. You will also encounter plenty of bugs throughout your playthrough, so this game wouldn't be the best Pokemon experience, but it also won't be the worst Pokemon experience. Also, these games have a DLC called as Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, which has 2 parts called as Steel Mask and the Indigo Disc. Now you can experience terrestrialization, which adds a new type to your Pokemon. For example, a fire type Pokemon can also be given water typing. So, we have finally reached to the conclusion of the video. After this point, you can play Pokemon Legend Arceus and some spin-offs like Colosseum or XD Gale of Darkness, or finally wait for Pokemon Legend ZA. I just want to say that this will be an awesome experience and Pokemon is worth playing. So if this video is helpful, please hit the subscribe button, as I really want to reach 100 subs before June, and also ring the notification bell for my upcoming content. I will catch up with you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.